couple of days ago, my grandchildren came to my house, as they regularly do, to do their homeschooling lessons and have some fun, food, movies. They have been unimpacted by the pandemic, by mask torture, by political battles being staged in the public schools, by mass shootings. Life for them has gone on as usual. They are happy. They are excited about their lives and their futures, as are every other homeschooling family that I know. They've been able to shield their children from this onslaught. It's time. It's time to get your children out of the public school system. Welcome to Morning Tea. I'm Joanne, entrepreneur, author, licensed yacht helmsman, musical artist and composer, and master certified professional coach. Many of you are working with your school boards and you're fighting for your parental rights, and that's fine. But don't do it at the expense of your children. They don't have to suffer through this. When I was homeschooling, the Department of Education's official position in that state was that homeschooling was illegal. So I got around it by filing a private school affidavit. The Basic Education Academy was a total of 5 students. I had friends in the community who were public school teachers, and they kept their children home. So find out how you can withdraw lawfully so you can't be attacked. You can check with the Homeschool Legal Defense Association. They are such a great resource. They can answer a lot of your questions if you're unsure what the steps are. But getting involved in the fight and having an impact in your community is quite minimal compared to the immeasurable impact that you have on your children's future and their lives. So put your limited resources where they're going to make the most difference. Your children's lives right now should be joyful, free from worry, free from fear and anxiety, and it's your job to make that happen. You may or you may not have power to move the needle in your school district or with the authorities. Try if you like. If you have that time and energy, but only if first and above all your children are out of it and they're not going to be impacted by the drama. This isn't Ukraine. We're not at war where the children are hiding and the families are running for their lives. We have freedom. We can raise healthy, happy children, but our schools are not safe. They're not safe intellectually or mentally or morally. They're not safe from physical harm. Your children are at risk and the time has come to leave. You may cite many difficulties with making this happen, but let me just remind you, yesterday there was another mass shooting in a Texas school. There are 19 dead children. Do you imagine that any of the parents whose children were killed would not give up their houses, their cars, their positions, their pensions, anything to get their precious children back? Do you imagine that if any of those parents truly believed that there was a small chance that an insane man would go to their school and kill their child, that they would have let them out the door that day? They didn't imagine it could happen, but it could and it did, and it will happen again. We might take risks, but we don't put our vulnerable children at risk. And remember who you are. You're the authority. It's not the state, it's not the school board, so grab hold of your standing, because in the final analysis, you have to answer to God. He gave you the job to protect your children from the poison and the lies that the schools are pouring into their impressionable minds. Get your kids out of the public schools. Take them home where you can teach them about our great history, our amazing Constitution, our unusual experiment with the government by the people for the people, and our huge responsibility to preserve our God-given freedoms, where they can read the most important of texts, the Bible, which used to be required reading in the American schools. Here they will learn, they will preserve these truths within themselves to carry on after we're gone. One day our republic may depend on their leadership for survival.